Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So today's pick a card reading is going to be messages and predictions for your month of August 2025. Just before we get into it, we have a few different fundraisers going on this month, including a personal reading giveaway. So if you want to hear about those, just stick around. If you'd like to skip ahead to today's pick a card reading, then there will be timestamps down below for that. So as many of you guys know, we have been fundraising for Faris, who is an 18-year-old boy living in Gaza with his family of 7. We have been fundraising for them for almost a year now, and I was initially matched with Faris through Project Love Brocade, which is an aid initiative that matches families in Gaza with people outside of Gaza who can amplify their donation campaigns. Project Love Brocade is no longer taking on new fundraising projects, but I will leave their socials linked down below in case you wanted to check out the work that they have done, how they verified their campaigns, and things like that. Last month, we were very close to reaching $40,000 for Faris and his family. Now, going into August, we are almost at 42. That is an amazing difference, and I just want to thank every single person who has supported the fundraiser so far. I myself continue to donate regularly, and I am confident that with this next round of fundraisers, we will reach 45,000 for them. So the first fundraiser is the usual personal reading giveaway. We have been doing this every month, and I will be giving away one 30-minute personal video reading. There are 2 ways that you can enter this. One is to share the link of the GoFundMe campaign on any platform that you use, and the other way is to donate to the campaign. So if you do either of these, you can send a screenshot as proof to kinopersonalreadings@gmail.com, and each of those would count as one entry. For this giveaway, any entries made between July 1st and July 31st will be accepted. So if you shared or donated at any point throughout the month of July, you can send that over as your entry, and I'm going to announce the winner on my Instagram story, and I will notify them by email on August 1st. Then we also have our candles. Our Dreams of You manifestation candles are back. This is what she looks like. So she has the temple that is in all of our videos. There are also crystals on the inside. This one has amethyst, rose quartz, and sunstone, and there's some gold glitter inside of it too. And it's black raspberry and vanilla scented. My intention with these candles, apart from being a way to fundraise, was that they could be a companion for your manifestation practices and rituals. So if you were journaling, if you were doing a meditation, if you were visualizing, if you were saying or writing some affirmations, you could accompany it with this candle to get in that intention setting mode. And I hope that this candle can be a reminder that everything is okay and it has my loving energy in it. I'm going to eat the cost of all of these candles. So when you pay $35 for this candle, $35 is going to go to Faris and his family. Once again, my wonderful friend Michael is going to be helping out with the candle sale, so he's going to be the one shipping them. And he has also been matched with someone through Project Love Brocade. He has been helping Karam, a 27-year-old nurse, and his family for many months now, and so we are going to be splitting all of the sales from the candle. So half of it will go to Faris and his family, half of it will go to Karam and his family. And the third fundraiser is going to be personal video mini readings. In these mini readings, I will pull a couple of cards for you and answer one question of your choosing. When you purchase them on the website, you will receive an email where you can then fill in a form with all of your information and the question that you want to ask during the reading. I am pricing these to be a little bit expensive for what they are, because the main purpose of them is for fundraising. So I'm also going to donate 100% of what you pay for these. So both the candles and the mini readings are going to be available through kenotaro.com. I'm going to have that link down below for you. And that is all for the fundraisers. So thank you so much to everybody who has supported until now. If you are unable to donate or purchase a product or even share the GoFundMe, honestly, I think that just a supportive message could bring a little bit of hope to Faris right now. The population of Gaza is currently being starved, and Western governments are doing basically nothing. So it's very easy in that situation to feel like the world just doesn't care. He sent me this message, which I've translated from Arabic. Hello, indifferent world. You used to call on the world to adhere to human rights. What about the people of Gaza? You didn't consider them human beings with rights. Does what is happening to us here not reach you? Let me tell you a little about what we are suffering from. Today, we are facing a real famine, not because we are poor or don't have money. On the contrary, we are people of pride and dignity, but the policy of starvation was imposed on us by the occupation, and there is currently nothing in the markets. Our bodies have become emaciated and weak, and our skeletons can be seen from under our clothes. Our dreams have become summed up in a loaf of bread and its presence in our hands to share among us. A loaf of bread has become a dream for children and all the people of Gaza. How long will your inaction continue? If we are not killed by the occupation's missiles, hunger will surely kill us. I have a question for everyone who receives my message. How long could you endure the battle of hunger and empty stomachs? You will endure perhaps for hours or a whole day if you are supernatural. What about us? We have been steadfast for 5 months, during which nothing has passed us by, and before that, it was only enough to satisfy the hunger of a few of us. So in addition to shares, donations, participating in the fundraisers, any kind words or words of support that you have would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much. I love you so much, and now let's get on to the reading. Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So today's pick a card reading is going to be messages and predictions for your month of August 2025. We are going to start off with a general overview of your month where we look at the main themes and the main energies, significant events, significant changes coming your way during the month of August, and then we are going to get some predictions for specific areas of your life. So we're going to be looking at your love life and relationships, your career and studies, and your spiritual and personal growth. There are 3 groups to choose from today, and I'm going to show you each of these crystals up close one by one, and please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. Number 1 is Lemurian Quartz. Number 2, I forget what this is, but it's a little green heart. And number 3 is Herkimer Diamond. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number ones, so if you guys chose the Lemurian Quartz, this is going to be a reading all about your month of August 2025. I wanted to talk about a couple of things that happened before I started filming your group. One was that I got a song stuck in my head, which doesn't have any lyrics, but the title of the song is Devotion. And at the same time that I had this song in my head, the candle that I had out before this one burnt out. So this gave me a feeling of seeing something through to the very end. Like it burnt out because I had gone through the whole thing, all of the wax. And that paired with this keyword of devotion, I felt like was the first message for you, like something you have been dedicated to, you are seeing it through to the very end. You are completing it. So this could be like a big project that you are finishing, a long journey that you are finally completing. Maybe some of you are finishing a very long book, or there's some work that has been quite tedious, and maybe in many instances, you thought about giving up. It seems like something that was a hassle. That doesn't mean you didn't enjoy it, but some parts of it were definitely tedious. That's the vibe that I'm getting. So I think that this is a month to definitely be very proud of yourself, and not only for the amazing work that you've done, but for your perseverance and for your consistency and just for seeing it through. I feel like it's kind of rare that people see whatever you did through to the very, very end. And for some reason, I'm hearing that's the honorable thing to do. I don't know why that's the specific word that's coming out, but I just think that you should be very proud of yourself for finishing this. Like, I want to give you a round of applause. Maybe some of you are receiving like a certificate, a degree that is known to be quite difficult, or it's just very annoying. It feels like an annoying process. 222 as I said that. Anyway, let's get into the cards. So at the start, we're gonna get one tarot card and one oracle card. I think for this tarot card, this is gonna represent you in the month of August, and this oracle card is gonna represent what you are going through, the main theme of your month. So what card best represents my group number one's energy during the month of August? We have the Wheel of Fortune. So it makes a lot of sense with that previous message that we just channeled. I feel like in August, you are completing a cycle of some kind, and built into that completion is the start of a new one. So August is the start of a new chapter for you for sure. And I feel like you are ready for this change. Like you're ready to put this chapter to a close and you are ready for what's next. I feel like the month of August, this is a new chapter that has a lot of unknowns, but the unknowns are exciting rather than scary. It's like, ooh, this journey is gonna be so full of new experiences, new adventures, surprises. I can't wait to see what it's gonna be like. It's an unknown that makes you excited. And what about the situation that you are going through? Let your past go. Yeah, very strong messages about the closing of a cycle. The burden of carting your past around has made you weary, dear one. It's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and the love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. Something else coming through that I think is very exciting is that I think many of my group number ones have been feeling internally for quite some time. Like, I'm done with this chapter. I'm ready to just let go of it. I'm ready to be done with it. And now your external world is reflecting to you and showing you tangible 3D proof that yes, you are ready to close this chapter. You have learned the lessons you were meant to learn. You have passed the spiritual test, so to speak. Like the world around you is proving that this chapter is on its way out. And you are in fact ready for something new. Let's take a look at some astrology cards. Ooh, that came out very, very quickly. I feel like from the time this chapter ends to the time the next chapter begins, it's very fast, or it's even happening at the same time. Like, maybe this is a silly example, but you know, like I just turned 30 recently, and it's like the second you stop being 29, you're already 30. Like, there's no space in between. So as soon as this ends, something else is already beginning. We have the number 5 here, which is the number of change. You are so ready for change. I feel like this is long awaited. It's like, finally. We have the keyword generosity, but interestingly, this Saturn-Leo combination, this is associated with the 5 of Wands in tarot. I feel like someone around you, or this could be the universe, is very generously, I'm hearing the word waiving, which I think is a word that we often use for like waiving a fee or maybe waiving a debt. Like if you had some debt that you needed to pay off, or some responsibility or some task that was looming over you, that's going to be cleared away. Like someone saying, oh, don't worry about that. You don't have to do that. I've got it. Or the universe is saying like, oh, you don't have to worry about that. There could be something about a debt or a loan that is just being cleared for you or taken care of for you. For those of you who are moving, there could be something about all of your stuff is going to be taken care of. Like, oh, don't worry about packing up your stuff. Like, I'll pay for the movers for you. Or don't worry about sorting through all this stuff. I'll take care of it. Oh, I'll throw this stuff away for you. It feels like someone taking a burden off your hands. And this is an act of generosity towards you. And it's also an act from the universe to say, look, we really mean it. Like, you're done this chapter. I don't want you thinking about this past chapter. I don't want it burdening you anymore. Like, especially for those of you, if there's certain aspects about revisiting the last chapter that are just painful or unpleasant or maybe trigger you in some way, the universe is going to say, like, don't worry. You don't even have to touch your old chapter with a pole. Like, you don't have to, we're going to take care of this old energy for you. So you just focus on moving forward and going to your fresh start and enjoying your new beginning. That's what we want you to do. Beautiful. Something annoying and troublesome is getting taken care of for you. Like sorting through possessions or some annoying paperwork. Some annoying fees are getting taken care of. I'm feeling a pressure in my ears, which feels like what you might feel if you were going in an airplane or like when you're on an elevator that's going really fast. Even sometimes when you're driving up in the mountains. So something about altitude or flying or going up could be significant to you. Some of you could be moving to live or work on a higher floor. You could be taking a plane somewhere in the month of August. We have Earth, lessons. There's such strong imagery and like messages of you passing a test of some kind. Like you're clear, you're free to go, you can move forward. Lessons, reorientation, awareness, 3D experience, schooling, duality, human condition, reality, practicality, physical body, nature, stability, and mission. It's interesting that we have like the Earth, the globe here, because we were just talking about the possibility of flying on a plane. And whenever I see the world like this, I think that there could be messages about travel. So that could definitely be something that is happening for my group number ones. We have keywords like orientation and schooling. So as you start this new chapter, there may be some kind of period of training or orientation that you are going through. But something else that is coming through is that I think my group number ones in August, you are feeling more grounded than before, and you are feeling more in your body than before, which is very nice. I also wanted to take a rune card for you. Well, for all the groups, but right now we're taking one for you. Group number one's rune for the month of August. What do they have going on during the month of August? Ooh, Fehu. This is wealth. Possessions won or earned, earned income, luck, abundance, financial strength in the present or near future. So this new chapter is bringing you financial security, or if you already have financial security, it's bringing you more financial freedom and abundance. Financial recovery, I'm also hearing, like there's a strong message for those of you who had any like debts or loans to pay off, that is going to be taken care of. And I think this is a beautiful confirmation that you're moving forward into a prosperous future. I want to say that Taurus energy could be significant. The planet Earth is making me think of Taurus, like nature, the physical body, the physical world, and Fehu as well makes me think of Taurus. I actually think that this rune might have some association with cattle, and that's like in the back of my mind. Let me know if you're knowledgeable in runes, because my knowledge is quite surface level at the moment, but I know that this is a good one. I know that this is wealth and abundance coming in. Okay, so we are going to get some tea leaf cards for you to see anything else you need to know just before we dive into the specific areas of your life. Anything else my group number one should know about what they're going through in August? Someone might just be giving you something for free that is usually quite expensive. Like, I'm seeing someone who is saying to you, oh, I don't use this at all, like, or I don't use this anymore, you can have it. Oh no, I don't need money, you can just have it. And it's very generous of them, because if you were to go and try to buy this yourself, it would cost a lot of money, but they just genuinely don't need it and want you to have it. We have Apple, temptation will test you. Dragon, beware of self-delusion. And we have Quill, get back to the basics. When I saw these two cards together, this is maybe going to sound a bit woo-woo, but I feel like you are shedding an old self-concept. You are shedding an old identity, but sometimes as you are leveling up, it's like that old self-concept is an entity that's trying to get back to you, claw its way back to you, or make you come back to it and say like, oh, you're still the old you. You're still this old person, trying to pull you back down so that this entity can continue surviving. It sounds a bit out there, but there may be times where you are tempted to fall back into this belief that you are still your old self and you still have your same struggles and you still have your same insecurities. But if there's one message that's been really strong throughout this reading, it's like you are free from the past. Do not look back, just keep going forward. You are free to go forward. So I really just want to say don't fall for it. You are not the same person you once were, and you are not going to fall back to your old ways. When I saw the quill, I thought that writing or journaling could be a very helpful and healing practice for you when you start to feel like you are struggling. I'm also noticing that there's a snake on this card and there's a dragon here. Dragon and snake, like the years of the dragon and the snake were the years 2024 and 2025. And I feel like those years were the final years of some cycle for you. Like this cycle has been on its way out since last year. And now in 2025, it's finally coming to a close and it's not going to be revisited again. And that's the trick. Like this cycle is over, but that old you, like those old fears, those old insecurities, they want to keep surviving. They want to keep existing. So they'll try to tempt you back. But you got to say like, no, that's not me anymore. I don't recognize you. Like this is my old self-concept. I'm not, it's like a snake cannot go back into its old skin. It doesn't work that way. You gotta just keep this is you as a snake. You just gotta keep moving along. Okay, so this concludes the general overview part of your reading. We're gonna get into the specific areas of your life now. So we're gonna pull one tarot card and one oracle card each for your love life and relationships, your career and studies, and your spiritual and personal growth. In terms of dates that could be significant, we do have 5 and 10 here, but it came out like 10-5. So I wonder if this is supposed to be like the 15th. The 5th, the 10th, or the 15th of August, or all three could be significant dates for you. And if I'm not mistaken, August 10th is when Mercury retrograde is going to be over. And that could be, and it's actually going to be in the sign of Leo, I think. Yeah. August 10th, around August 10th, when Mercury goes direct, it's going to feel like a weight lifting. Maybe that's when you start to feel more grounded, when you start to feel more clarity, when you start to feel that you can really move forward. Okay, so specific areas of your life. Let's get the tarot card for your love life and relationships. Your career and studies. And your spiritual and personal growth. Then, same thing for the oracle cards. Love life and relationships. 2, okay. Career and studies. And spiritual and personal growth. Okay, so we're going to start over here with the cards for your love life and relationships. For your tarot card, we have the 6 of Wands. Okay, what I have to say right away is that if you have any particular desired outcome when it comes to love and relationships, especially with a person that you are crushing on or a person whom you really look up to and admire and think is like really, really cool, you are going to get your desired outcome in August. I often feel with the 6 of Wands, this is like someone you really look up to and someone you want to notice you. And they are going to be noticing you and they are going to be paying attention to you. And it's just like, it's so exciting. It makes you feel so good. This could also be a month where you are approached by many people who admire you and look up to you and want to get close to you. 6 of Wands definitely gives a feeling of someone who is attractive and popular. So that's the energy that you are going to be in. And anyone who you feel really impressed by and admire, you're going to have a chance to get close to them. This is probably going to be a month where you are feeling more social, more outgoing, or life is putting you in situations that call for you to be social and outgoing. I think it's interesting that in this deck, the person riding on the horse is quite standard of the 6 of Wands, but in this deck, it looks like they're emerging from the water. So some of you could be coming out of hermit mode in the month of August. Like if you have been feeling more just socially drained and wanting to spend time alone, August could be the month where you are starting to come back out of your shell and like wanting to meet people and mingle and socialize. You could be in a more cheerful sort of energy. But there's also something coming through that you have a mysterious air about you, and that makes you very attractive to people. You're mysterious, but not in a way that is like unapproachable. It actually pulls people in. They're like, oh, group number 1, I want to know more about them. I want to know what this person is all about. I feel like this person is wise. I feel like this person has some really cool insights. I want to see what's going on in that mind. Like people are very, not just interested in you, but like captivated. they're captivated, they're mesmerized. This is going to be a month where you have eyes on you and you have people's attention. So if there's a message that you want to get across, or if there's something that you want to promote, now is the time to do it because you have eyes on you. So whatever you're speaking, whatever message you're sharing, or whatever you're promoting during August, people are going to hear it. You could be meeting, this is a weirdly specific message, but you could be making new acquaintances in the month of August that don't really end up playing a significant role in your life until later. So like maybe you meet someone this August and then nothing really seems to come from the connection, but then like months later or a year later, that person reaches out to you with a huge opportunity. So there is a specific reason they're coming into your life, but that realization is delayed because the big thing that you're meant to experience together, or the big thing they're going to offer you, that doesn't come until later. In a similar way, someone whose acquaintance you have made months or even years ago could be randomly coming back in August and offering you something really big. And like, that's why you were meant to meet them. Like, oh, this connection I made 3 years ago suddenly reached out and they have an amazing job offer for me. Or like this person I met at a party 6 months ago who we had such good chemistry, but then we didn't keep in touch, is suddenly messaging me and wants to like go out with me. There's that kind of vibe going on. But yeah, if you specifically have your eye on someone, they have their eye on you. They're going to be giving you a lot of attention. They're going to be noticing you. They're going to be looking at you. This is also a great energy for those of you who are wanting to build a following. If you're wanting to become a public figure or just be more in the public eye, or even just want to be recognized more. Like you could be working your butt off in your company and being like, I wish my boss recognized my efforts more, or I wish my parents recognized my efforts more. Like this is the month of you getting recognized and you being seen. So from your 2 oracle cards, we have mindfulness and blessed day. Oh, those together are so beautiful because it gives the feeling of you living in the moment and feeling like every day is a blessing. I think you're feeling very well connected and well supported during the month of August, and really taking the time to be present when you're with, whether it's friends, acquaintances, coworkers, family, love interests, your partner, whoever it may be. I feel like you're really taking the time to slow down and be present with them, having more distraction-free time with people. So for example, maybe you get to spend quality time with your significant other or your crush or your best friend. And it's like, what was that meme? Like, not a cell phone in sight, just people living in the moment. I think that's your vibe, getting uninterrupted quality time with the people you really want to spend time with. And I think it's really the people in your life and the relationships that are going to make you feel like every day is a blessing. Okay. Ooh, I love this energy. So let's look at your cards for career and studies. For your tarot card, we have the 8 of Swords. So this is interesting because I remember that when I was shuffling your tarot deck for career, it was taking quite some time to come out. This is what you need to know about your career goals or your academic goals. If you doubt yourself, it's not going to stop you from reaching your goals, but it is going to slow down the process. Your self-doubt will just make you move slower because I think you have this deep soul knowing that you are meant to receive certain opportunities and you are meant to reach certain goals. But if you doubt yourself, there's going to be this feeling of, oh, but not yet. And I do this a lot. I'm like, oh, I really want to pursue XYZ opportunity. I really want to challenge myself to do XYZ in my career, but not yet. Just not yet, because like not now, because I'm just not ready. So your self-doubting, I feel like it doesn't come out as like, I'm not going to go for it at all. I'm not going to do it at all. It's just this lingering like, oh, but not yet. Maybe I could get a little bit better. Maybe I could get a little bit more prepared. So that's just something to be aware of. Things could manifest much faster if you just believed in yourself and went for it. And honestly, I'm really happy to see that you have the Six of Wands for relationships, because the Six of Wands is someone who has a really strong self-belief. So if you are doubting yourself, I think your relationships this month are really gonna help you get out of that. So you're probably gonna be surrounded by people who are really hyping you up, like giving you the compliments and praise that you deserve, and holding up a mirror to your own talents. So your friends, your family, could even be people, I don't know, I'm just seeing like random people, not random people, well, could be strangers, but I mean, people randomly reaching out, like commenting on something or sending you a DM and just letting you know how amazing you are. And that is going to activate the part of you inside you that knows how amazing you are. They're holding up a mirror so you can see yourself more accurately. And so maybe your relationships and the interactions you're having with people in August are really going to help to dissolve some of the self-doubt that you have been carrying, so that you can fast track the road to your professional and or academic success. I want to point out as well that both of the tarot cards, and oh my gosh, okay, we have 3 tarot cards that we've revealed so far. Wheel of Fortune, Six of Wands, Eight of Swords. All 3 of these cards are Jupiter, ruled by Jupiter. So it goes without saying, this is a month of growth and expansion for you, of your confidence growing, of breaking free from self-doubt and breaking free from your past. The moon, this looks like a big new moon. In the background of the Eight of Swords, kind of looks even like a new moon eclipse, which is a very powerful new beginning. And there's the snakes again, which we've established are talking about like 2025. We have dragon, snake, horse. That's literally 2024, 2025, 2026. You're just getting started. I feel like things are looking up for you this year. Next year is going to be even better. That's the vibe that I'm getting. And whoa, okay, that's really weird. Like, this is Jupiter in Gemini, which was 2024. Now is Jupiter in Cancer. This is Jupiter in Leo, which is 2026. Those 3 years, 24, 25, 26, are coming through as like a period of major growth and transformation for you. It's like a 3-year process. I don't know. That's very specifically coming through. Okay, let's look at your Oracle card. We have protection. So this is going to be, okay, the theme for you in your career and studies is addressing the part of you that holds you back. Because all of the opportunities that you want, you're already qualified for them, group number 1. I know you can't see me, but for some reason I'm putting my hand up to my mouth like this, like when you tell someone a secret. I'm like, between you and me, you're already qualified. Come closer. You're more qualified than a lot of people in this room. Just between you and me, you could totally have that position. Okay? It's our little secret. I don't know why I said it like that. So that's your theme, which kind of goes into like personal growth, but it's addressing that inner critic. And you have to, in order to defeat your enemy, you must understand your enemy and understand where they're coming from. Your inner critic doesn't just want to be mean to you. they genuinely think that they are protecting you from something. So it's about letting them know that you don't need that protection. And me personally, I feel like it's more about the realization that even if what I'm afraid of does happen, I'll be okay. That's a lot more powerful than relying on your fear not happening. So, for example, if I'm going to perform on stage and my inner critic's like, don't even bother, like, you suck. What my inner critic is really doing is trying to protect me from embarrassment. Because my inner critic thinks if I go up there, I'm gonna make mistakes and I'm gonna embarrass myself. So it wants to protect me from that. And it is powerful to practice and show your inner critic evidence, like, look, I don't suck. I'll be fine. But also, your inner critic will lose all of its power if you say, you know what, inner critic, maybe I do suck. Maybe I am gonna go up there and make mistakes, but also I'm gonna be fine. Like, I don't need you to protect me from that. Let me make mistakes. Let me flop. Let me be a beginner. Let me be cringe. Let me embarrass myself. Let me fail. Because I recognize that all of those are opportunities for growth, and all of those just mean that I'm human. I don't need you protecting me from being human. I want to be human. I want to try and fail and make mistakes and discover myself. I don't want to live up to your standard because it's impossible. That's how you let them know that their services, your inner critic services, are really not needed. Yeah, that's your big theme, because like the opportunities are there. They're waiting for you. They're ready for you, and you are qualified. Okay, finally, we have your cards for spiritual and personal growth. For your tarot card, we have the Seven of Swords. That is Moon in Aquarius. And the reason I mention that is because there is a full moon in Aquarius on the 9th of August. And we were talking about the 10th being significant. So around that period, like August 9th, August 10th, these seem to be, well, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 5, okay, from August 5th to 10th, but especially like 9th and 10th, those are coming through as important dates. I feel like there's really specific messages for this group about like what's happening and when things are happening. But yeah, we have the full moon coming up in your reading as being significant. This could be a great opportunity for you to release this past chapter. Pluto's in the sign of Aquarius right now. The full moon's it's not going to be like closely interacting with the full moon, but they are in the same sign. So I feel like that could make it especially powerful for like really uprooting and destroying the remnants of the last chapter. I feel like we are just really looking forward. And the Seven of Swords talks about not seeing the truth of something, having a skewed perception of something. And I've definitely see that theme pop up at a few different points in your reading. We were talking about your old self-concept trying to sneak back in. We were talking about your inner critic trying to get power over you. There's little parts of you in your mind that try to make you buy into a skewed perception of you. A perception of you that is less capable, that is less talented, maybe less worthy of success. They try to make you buy into this idea that this is who you are, or buy into the idea that you are still the past you. And conquering over those voices in your mind is a big part of your spiritual and personal growth, and recognizing that those voices are not you. Yeah, literally, confidence. confidence and victory over the negative voices in your head. That's it for you. That's your spiritual and personal growth. 100%. This was a really quick message because I feel like this is just the exclamation point on top of all of the messages that we've already talked about. But yeah, this reading is about giving yourself permission to let go of your past. The burden of carting your past around has made you weary, dear one. It's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and the love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. Amen. Group number 1, thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I'm wishing you a wonderful month of August. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm gonna have linked down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch exclusive, full-length pick-a-card readings. You can watch the extendeds of the readings we do here on YouTube. You can watch both. That's a great time over there. I'm gonna have that link down below. And my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video, that is an original song. I will also have my latest release linked down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really appreciate having you here, and I'm sending so much love to you, your higher self, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, and all of your loved ones, both here on Earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye! Hi number 2s, so if you guys chose this cute little green heart, this is going to be a reading all about your month of August 2025. There is an intuitive message coming through for this group, and that is that there is someone who is pulling on your energy. And it feels like for many of you, it could actually be more than one person, like a group of people who are pulling on your energy, and it feels like they want you to become part of this group, or they want your presence within this group. So one of the vibes that I was getting is that it could be like a team of coworkers, like a company or a certain department within a company that wants your presence there, and so they're pulling on your energy, or a certain friend group or community that would really benefit from your presence, and so they are pulling on your energy. And this could be happening whether this group personally knows who you are or not. There's a feeling of this group okay, bear with me because this message is a bit strange. It's like this group is talking about you when you're not there, even if they don't yet realize that it's you they are talking about. But even that is pulling on your energy. So for example, let's say there's a team that would really benefit from hiring you specifically, but they don't know you yet. And this team is talking like, yeah, I wish we had a person who had this skill and had this kind of personality and was able to do these things with us. And they are talking about you because you're the one they're gonna bring on board. They just don't know it yet. Like they don't know it's you yet. But the fact that they are thinking about the concept of you and like talking about you is already pulling on your energy. It's kind of a weird message, but I had to share that with you. So let's get into your cards. We are gonna pull a tarot card to see what your energy is during the month of August. And then we're gonna pull an oracle card to see the energy of what you're going through, what's happening to you this month. But yeah, if you get any like intuitive nudges to apply for a group or try out to join a team or anything like that, even something like applying for a job, entering a contest, I feel like it's divinely guided. Auditioning for something. because there's a group of people who are looking for someone just like you. You fit the exact description of what they're looking for. Your energy during the month of August is the World. 333 as I am holding up this card. And this card also has number 3 energy because it's the number 21. 2 plus 1 is 3. Yeah, this is success, recognition, visibility. It's time for you to be seen. You could be, and this message actually came through for group number 1 as well. You could be traveling in the month of August, or you could be working with or collaborating with people internationally. You could be gaining recognition globally, or even being in demand globally, growing your presence. If you have any friends, family, loved ones who are at a long distance from you, you could be reuniting in the month of August as well. The energy of what is happening to you in the month of August. Be ready with like your resume or some kind of portfolio or compilation of things you have made, lists of things you have accomplished. Be ready to showcase your strengths, your talents, what you've done so far, like what you bring to the table. Just be ready. Just be ready for it. I don't know. Some opportunity is coming. Law of attraction. Okay, maybe you're already like, Kino, I know that, I'm manifesting it. Each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends, so invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. Okay, my manifesting kings, queens, royalty of group number 2. Yeah, you're manifesting some really big opportunity. And with the World card here, I'm kind of getting the vibe that it's going to be bigger than what you thought. And it might spook you a little bit, like, ooh, this is bigger than what I was ready for. This is like more than what I was expecting, but you are capable. You are absolutely capable. I'm thinking of a car when you step on the gas and like you weren't expecting the car to jolt forward that quickly, so you kind of spook yourself and you're like, okay, I need to ease off the gas pedal a little bit. That's you with your manifesting abilities. Like imagine the gas pedal is you manifesting and you're like, okay, time to manifest this opportunity. Whoops. And then like you accidentally go way bigger and way farther than you thought. You're like, oops, I manifested a little bit too hard. Like, I think your power is much stronger this month. Like, I was trying to manifest $100 and I got 800. I was trying to manifest 1 job offer and I got 3 job offers. I was trying to manifest a text from my crush. They just told me they love me. Like, that's the vibe. You are powerful, group number 2. Okay, let's look at some astro cards. There are gonna be some things you manifest that surprise you, but they don't surprise the people around you. It's giving like the smartest kid in class gets an A on their exam and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I got an A. And everyone else is like, I believe it. Like to everyone else, it probably seems logical that you would get such a good opportunity because you're so worthy of it. But you're acting like a little surprise Pikachu. Okay. What's going on for my group number 2s? I'm seeing paint, someone painting something. You could be a painter or someone close to you, or it could also be like walls are getting painted. Like someone is changing the color of the walls in their home, or like a mural is getting painted. We have companionship. So relationships and connections in general are going to be, oh, okay. It seems like this month there's some contract coming up. Something about the Libra and this handshake going on at the bottom of this card. There's a contract being presented to you, maybe even multiple contracts. And there's a bit of back and forth going on. So if you're making any kind of deals with people or agreements, don't be afraid to push back, or don't be afraid of a little back and forth. If there's something in the contract that you want changed, or you want to, like, I want to collaborate with you, but not under these conditions. Like, can you please change this? Can you please change that? Don't be afraid to speak up in that way, because things can be adjusted in your favor. I see a few back and forth of negotiating a contract, and if you have multiple offers coming in, you can kind of use that as leverage. Like, for example, if you had 2 job offers and you're trying to negotiate your salary, you're like, well, this company's offering me this, so if you don't offer me more than that, then I'm gonna have to go with them. Like, you're kind of, yeah, you're negotiating. It's important to note as well that yes, you are being chosen because of your skills and your capabilities, but you're also being chosen because of your personality. So this feeling is really solidifying now that you're being like welcomed aboard a team, or you're being chosen for a certain role, and your skill is a big part of it, but also the other party, the other people really like the idea of working with you because they like you. All of the people who appear on cards so far have blonde hair. That could be significant to someone. Even these animals have yellow fur and feathers. So like golden, blonde, yellowish hair. We have Moon in Libra here. The Moon is probably going to be in Libra like at some point in the last week of August. And we have the number 21 here. So like maybe in the 20s of August, I don't know, maybe in Virgo season. That's a significant time. We have Uranus, breakthrough, change, originality, awakening, Aquarius, shocking, revolutionary, talented, brilliant, show-stopping, incredible, innovation, sudden events, epiphanies, unconventional, and unusual. I'm taking this very literally that you are having a breakthrough in your manifestations, and this opportunity that you're receiving is probably going to change your life quite quickly. It's going to change your routine, and it's going to change your concept of yourself in a very positive way. 1313 as I'm saying that. So you are going through a transformation of how you view yourself, and I think you're going to be a lot more confident and a lot more proud of yourself. We have unconventional and unusual. So the role or the job that you are in could be slightly unconventional, or you are being chosen because of your unconventional approach. Like there's something very unique about you. Okay, I'm gonna pull a rune card as well. Yeah, Aquarian energy is significant too. We have Libra and Aquarius, because Uranus rules Aquarius, and then the world is associated with the planet Saturn, which is Aquarius's other ruler. Why don't we just throw Geminis in there too? We have all the air signs. You could have air placements, or like air signs are going to be playing a big role for you in August. We have Therisaz. Oh, I know this one. I'm learning runes right now. I only know like half of them, but this is about, I think it's about like conflict and defending yourself. Okay, that's not what this says, but reactive force, directed force of destruction and defense, conflict, instinctual will, vital eroticism, okay, regenerative catalyst, a tendency toward change. Okay, so we have two cards talking about change coming in that seem to be happening a bit suddenly. I wonder if, because there's this feeling of change happening quickly and sort of, I don't want to say being forced upon you because that sounds a bit too strong, but just a lot of changes being thrust upon you at once. And I'm sort of getting the feeling that there may be an energy around you that is slightly unreasonable. And I don't necessarily think that there's malice or bad intent in this. It more just seems like someone who's really anxious to get the ball rolling, and they're getting carried away in that excitement, and that's causing their requests or their expectations to be a bit unreasonable. There's gonna be like an energy of someone asking you to make too many changes, or asking you to make too many all at once or too quickly. And maybe this is even an aspect of yourself. You're like, yes, new opportunity, new life. So I'm gonna change this, and this about my life, because you're just getting so excited. But maybe you are actually asking too much change for yourself too fast. Or maybe like in the example of you getting a job offer, maybe you're living in this city and working for this company, and the person who just hired you is like, great, so we would love for you to start like this week. If you could just like move and quit your job and come work for us from next week. And you're like, whoa, like I gotta slow down. I need some time to tie up loose ends here. I would appreciate it if we push back the date to this time. Like this negotiation, this back and forth that's going on, it could be with an energy that is requesting too much change, or like trying to thrust change upon you too fast or too all at once. There's a grappling of these two energies of like one that's just really excited to get things going, and one that's being maybe more realistic, like, okay, let's just calm down now. And like I said, these could be two different aspects of you, where like you're just so excited for this new chapter, but a more rational part of you is like, okay, we need a little bit of time to sort our stuff out. All right, so next we are going to pull some tea leaf cards. This is going to be the last part of the general overview. Anything else you need to know about August. April. Something you started in April is coming to completion in August. You could be making plans for next April, or someone born in April is going to be significant to you. But this April with the blossoms, it's sort of giving the feeling of a metaphorical spring season as well, like an exciting new beginning in your life, which I think is very fitting for your energy right now. We have career. I'm not surprised to see that. There's a new beginning in your career, an exciting new beginning. And dolphin, financial gain. Okay, Miss Career, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Okay, maybe this is very specific, but something that you started in April, that you started working on in April, could be really paying off in August. Or like maybe you prepared. There's that message again about preparing a portfolio, a resume, a collection of something to show off your skills. That's going to be paying off. Also, dolphins make me think of playfulness. So it's very likely that your job, the work you're doing in August, is going to be very fun. And also there's something about nostalgia coming up. So the type of fun you're having could be reminiscent of a simpler time in your life, or you could be getting to revisit something that your inner child enjoys doing. Yes, all right. So I think that's everything for your general overview. We're going to get into the specific areas of your life now. So we're going to be pulling one tarot card and one oracle card each for your love life and relationships, your career and studies, and your spiritual and personal growth. Group number 2's love life and relationships in August 2025. Career and studies. And spiritual and personal growth. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing with oracle cards. I just looked up, by the way, and saw 2121, which that already came through in the world card. So 21 could be a significant number for you. The 21st of August. Group number 2, love life and relationships, career and studies, spiritual and personal growth in August 2025. Okay, perfect. So let's look at your cards for your love life and relationships. Oh my gosh. It's so sweet. And literally, okay, I was gonna say 6 of Cups for me gives me soulmate vibes. And right when I flipped over the card, the camera timer was at 2222. So I rest my case. This is definitely supposed to be indicating a soulmate energy for you. You are manifesting a soulmate connection. And we also have passion. Ooh. And the 6 of Cups, the planet associated with the 6 of Cups is the sun, which feels very passionate as well. So it seems like your romantic life is going to be quite passionate. I'm getting the sense that some of my group number 2s are manifesting a specific person, like a specific soulmate, and things are going to be heating up between you in the month of August. If you don't resonate with romantic messages, I could say that this is a soulmate or perhaps a soul family with whom you share a passion. So the energy of passion would still be there, but rather than being directed at each other, it's directed at this shared interest that you have, this shared project, this shared thing that you are working on, and your passion sort of fuels each other and inspires each other. I am thinking back to this vital eroticism, which I'm not gonna lie, when I was first reading it, it seemed a bit random in the list of things that this rune means, but maybe that is coming through because of this passionate relationship that you are in. So yeah, if you're manifesting that kind of connection, things are definitely heating up and reaching some sort of climax in the month of August. And I want to say as well, when you're manifesting, when you're visualizing, if you infuse that with passion, if you really immerse yourself in the emotional experience of passion while you are visualizing, that's going to make it even more powerful. The other energy associated with the Six of Cups is Scorpio, which can talk about sex and intimacy and very deep, intense emotions as well. So this, for most of you, it does feel like a very intense and passionate soulmate connection, probably a very strong sexual connection. But if you really don't resonate with that, then I would interpret this as a soulmate that you have a shared passion with, and perhaps that you are doing something creative with. Yeah. That's gonna be the biggest point of focus in your relationships this month. For your career and studies, for your tarot card, we have the Eight of Pentacles. That's a good card to get for career and studies. And it's interesting because we were talking about like the 20s dates of August being significant and maybe Virgo season. Eight of Pentacles is literally the sun in Virgos, and the sun is entering Virgo on, I believe it's the 22nd. If you're in the Eastern Hemisphere, it may be the 23rd, but it's around the early 20s of August. So yeah, I think once the sun enters Virgo, that's when things are really going to start to pick up in your career, and you're really going to feel like you're thriving and making good progress. The Eight of Pentacles does indicate someone hard at work. So I think the month of August is going to be busy for you. And Eight of Pentacles has a feeling of doing the same thing over and over again. So it gives the feeling of practicing, training, perfecting your craft. Yeah, because that Virgo energy, Virgo likes perfection. Virgo wants to strive as close to perfection as possible and holds a high standard for themselves. So it seems like in August, you are really disciplining yourself. I'm hearing that you are taking it upon yourself to go the extra mile. So you may be, for example, if you're a student, you may be staying after school to study for a bit longer, or you are taking some extracurricular classes, or you are working extra hours, you're staying later, you're practicing more and more times to really nail something, even though that's not directly being asked of you. It comes from your own desire to get better and to be really perfect. There may even be times where your teacher or your boss or your supervisor or whoever, your customer, your client is saying like, oh no, this is great. Like this is more than good enough. But you in your heart, you're like, no, it's not enough, because you are holding yourself to a higher standard. And honestly, more power to you. I think it comes from your passion for what you do. It doesn't come from a place of judging yourself, of like, oh, if I don't get this perfect, I suck and there's something wrong with me. I don't get that vibe at all. I think it's just like, I want to say I'm obsessed, okay? Like I'm obsessed with what I do, and I just want it to be perfect to satisfy myself. You know, I don't care if other people think it's already fine. Like perfecting it for me is part of the fun. Like working it over and over until it's perfect. That is part of the fun for me. And we were talking about fun with this dolphin. And when you think about the theme of repetition in the Eight of Pentacles, I think you're doing it over and over and over and over again because it's fun. Like the actual act of it is fun, but also the process of watching yourself get better is like very rewarding and very enjoyable for you. And I think you're going to be very focused on your tasks and on your projects, maybe even have a bit of like tunnel vision on them during the month of August. And we have Elixir of Life. Yeah. It's feeding your passion. It's feeding your zest for life. I see you working long hours, but then coming out of it being even more energized. I love when that happens. It happens sometimes when I'm filming readings. Like I'll do a really long reading, and then when I'm done, I'm like, woo, like I'm still full of energy because like the vibes were just so good. And that is the energy that I feel you in when it comes to your career. The letter E could be significant because 8, like the first letter of this card is E, the first letter of this card is E. Maybe E for excellence, honey, because you are excellence embodied. You are excellence incarnate. And that's what you're striving for, and you will not settle for anything less. And I would say if you have some kind of website or online shop, you're going to be getting a lot of 5-star reviews. And you're going to be evaluated highly for what you do. And it's no surprise because you're putting in the hours. It's just putting in the hours and repetition, and that's what's going to make you stand out. And I think the passion really stands out as well, and people sense that from you. And it's so nice to work with someone and you can tell that they're really enjoying themselves. It's contagious. Okay, so finally we are going to look at your cards for your spiritual and personal growth. Yumi's snoring just got louder, I think. She's in what do you call it, La La Land? I don't know, she's dreaming. Okay, so for your spiritual and personal growth, we have the Queen of Pentacles. When this comes to spiritual growth, this is definitely providing for yourself, nurturing yourself, and recognizing that you are worthy of the best things in this life. We had some messages about financial gain, and I think that this is a month where you are unapologetically investing back into yourself, using the money that you are making on yourself, and maybe on things that past you would consider a waste of money or would consider as luxuries. There could be a change in the way that you budget because you have more resources to work with now. And for those of you who have been living with more of a lack mentality, I think you're coming out of that. So there's a feeling of treating yourself, there's a feeling of making bigger purchases and not feeling guilty about it. Not feeling like, okay, I spent this big amount of money, so now I have to save for the rest of the week. There's certain financial constraints and budgeting that you don't have to do anymore, but there's like a compulsion, I want to say. Like you still feel like you have to do it because there's that part of your mind that is still living in the past. And I think that this month is about kind of reprogramming your mind and teaching yourself like, no, we're good now. We have this abundance now. It's okay to spend this money. It's okay to treat myself in this way. And in fact, I enjoy treating myself in this way. I know that I deserve it. And I know that nourishing myself and investing back into myself is going to allow me to keep working on the things that I love and keep showing up as my best self. Like, this sounds kind of funny, but I just heard like it's a business expense, like to treat myself and make sure that I'm well fed and well rested and comfortable. Like that is a business expense. I am investing in my equipment. Like that's how I see it. Oh, you are really living and breathing your craft and living your passion and taking care of yourself and taking care of your physical vessel, because there's this beautiful realization of my physical vessel is what allows me to live out my passion. My physical vessel is what allows me to experience this joy and this exhilaration and to create things and to interact. I keep wanting to say my clients, so maybe you have clients. Interact with my clients and engage with my team. Like, I must take the utmost care of me, for myself, for my team, for my people. I'm honoring something divine when I do that. Wow. It's feeling the divinity in your physical vessel and in caring for it in all ways. And we have change. This came out in reverse, and when I first saw it in reverse, I thought it said chance. So that could be a sign of you being lucky in some way, or getting like a 1 in a million chance, especially in your career. But makes sense, it says change because it's a chameleon, and that is like the third change card that we got. Uranus talks about change. This card, a tendency toward change. And this is coming out in your personal growth. Maybe there is a chameleon-like aspect of yourself that you are embracing, rather than trying to pin yourself down to one identity, one passion, one role, one box to stay in. I didn't think about this before, but one of my personal interpretations of the Eight of Pentacles is someone who can wear a lot of hats. You know, it's like someone who can write the movie, design the set, star in the movie, direct the movie, edit the movie, market the movie. Like they can do it all. They can wear all the hats. And sometimes society just wants us to wear one hat so that we're not confusing. I feel like many of you are healing from a tendency to shrink your identity so that you're not confusing to people. Like, let me just try to fit neatly in one box so that people understand me better, so that I'm more palatable to the masses, or so that the algorithm doesn't get confused about who I am and what I am. And like, no. I am going to be confusing. I'm going to be a chameleon. I'm going to wear all of the hats that I like to wear. I cannot be defined by one role. This is kind of dramatic, but I heard like that is an insult to my soul. It's like if you told light to only have one color in its spectrum. No, we need all of them. And I'm noticing this Queen of Pentacles has a rainbow. I think it's kind of coming out of her hands, and the chameleon likes to change colors. So, and I think that this healing and personal growth that you're going through, it's definitely supported by your environment and by the team that you're in. So I think you are working, creating, living, thriving in an environment and with people who not only respect your chameleon-like nature, but they're probably also chameleons themselves, like multi-passionate people. And just allowing yourself to take up that space, I think, is very healing. And like, if I'm gonna be confusing to some people, then good. Like, I no longer wish to be understood by everybody. I no longer wish to be easily chewed up and digested by everybody. That's not I want to be complex. I want to challenge people. I want to invite people to grow and stretch their comfort zone and their understanding. And now I'm kind of trying to take notes for myself, you know, and it can be something that we do subconsciously as well. You know, I think there's a conscious aspect of it where maybe we feel like, oh, maybe I'm too much. Maybe I should just stick to this one thing. But I think it happens on a more subliminal level as well. Like take a tarot reader, for example. I'm stepping into this role of tarot reader. There's probably things going on an unconscious level of like, okay, I am performing the archetype of tarot reader now. So there's certain ways that I must behave that fall in that box. I better not do anything that confuses people of like, wait, that's not how I imagine a spiritual person to be. That's not how I imagine a card reader to behave or what I imagine them to say. And it's like our brain is making these calculations so fast that we might not be actively shoving ourselves in a box, but in some way we are. So I guess in August, you're thinking about the ways in which you may be doing that on a conscious level and on a more subconscious level, and really getting into the practice of taking up more space. And if your identity or how you're presenting in a given moment challenges someone's stereotype or challenges someone's preconceived notion or makes them confused or makes them uncomfortable, like, good. Ask questions, be confused. We're gonna learn today. We're gonna learn about multifacetedness today. Yeah. So I think those are all of the messages for my group number 2s. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm gonna have a link down below, my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch exclusive full-length pick a card readings. You can watch the extendeds of the readings we do here on YouTube. And you can watch both. So that's gonna be linked down below. It's a great time over there. And my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video, that is an original song. I will also have my latest release linked down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really appreciate having you here. I really appreciate your support. And let me tell you, group number 2, you are one of the readings that I finished doing with even more energy than I started. So thank you for that. Thank you for sharing your beautiful solar energy with me. I'm sending you so much love, sending love to your higher self, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, and all of your loved ones, both here on Earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, and have a lovely August. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 3. So I'm editing the reading right now, and I realized that I forgot to pull a card for you. I was using rune cards today, and I pulled one for group 1 and group 2. And then when I was watching your reading back, I was like, oh my God, you guys didn't get a rune card. So I just went and got the deck and pulled a card for you. And this is your rune card. I don't know how to pronounce this. Every time I see this word, I'm just like, this is arm in Chinese. By the way, that sound is Yumi licking my leg. Gifts, both in the sense of sacrifice and of generosity, indicating balance. All matters in relation to exchanges, including contracts, personal relationships, and partnerships. I'm studying runes right now, still very surface level, but the key word that I mentally associate with this one to remember it is reciprocity. And that is going to make a lot of sense when we get into your reading, because one of the first messages of your reading is me talking about you and another person. And I'm saying, like, this could be your energy towards them. It could be their energy towards you, or maybe it's mutual. And so the fact that this is your rune card, I feel like this is all the confirmation we need that it's mutual. This is a reciprocal thing happening. So anyway, on to your reading. Hi, number threes. So if you guys chose the Herkimer Diamond, this is going to be a reading all about your month of August 2025. There is an intuitive message coming through for you. Before we get into the cards, the song Sweet Dreams by Beyonce was in my head before I started filming your group. And I just want to read to you some of the lyrics because could be a message for you. I'm not going to read all of them, but if you do feel called to the song or the lyrics, I would suggest looking them up. Every night I rush to my bed with hopes that maybe I'll get a chance to see you. When I close my eyes, I'm going out of my head, lost in a fairy tale. Can you hold my hands and be my guide? So this gives me the feeling that someone has been dreaming about you, or you have been dreaming about someone. Could even be both very well for many of you. But there's this feeling of, I'm dreaming about you and I want to make this a reality, but I don't know how. Or I want to make this a reality, but I don't believe in my ability to do so. Like, I'm nervous to come forward. I don't know how to come forward. There's that kind of feeling. So you could be feeling this way about someone else, or they are feeling this way about you. I would not be surprised if this is a mutual thing. And another message that was coming through is that in the month of August, someone close to you could be having a bit of a spiritual awakening or getting more interested in spirituality, and they may approach you for guidance. Like, hey, group number 3, I'm going through these experiences, I'm gaining this new knowledge, and I'm curious about it, but can you help me make sense of this? Or what is your take on this experience that I had? 222 as I'm saying that. So yeah, someone might seek out your help or your guidance when it comes to their own spiritual awakening that they're going through. All right, so let's get into your cards. I'm gonna pull a tarot card from this deck to represent your energy during the month of August, and this oracle card is gonna represent the energy of what is happening to you in August. Okay, my group number 3's energy in August 2025. You are coming through as the Hermit. So you are in a bit of an energy of retreat. I would say you are either spending a lot of time alone or with people whom you already feel very comfortable around and already have a strong bond with. So like your best friends, family, significant other, those people who already feel super familiar to you. It seems like you're not really in an energy of welcoming new or unfamiliar faces or vibes into your space. And I feel like in general, you may just be really called to go within and focus on your own spiritual journey. I'm hearing the word recalibrating, and I'm not 100% sure what that word means, but you know, you're out in the world and things are influencing your energy and you're picking up some energetic debris here and there as you go about your life, and maybe you just need some time alone with your spirit guides to cleanse out your energy. I'm hearing to clear any impurities, and when I say impurities, I just mean anything that is not you, anything that's not authentically you, any kind of stray energies that you picked up. You're just cleansing and recalibrating yourself. You could be mentally preparing for something as well that's coming through. So for example, maybe you know that like in September, in October, soon, things are going to get busy or life is going to be demanding certain things of you. So you're like, I just need this time to recharge. I need this time to just get my mind organized and brace myself for what's to come. Yeah, so it seems like you're in a more introverted, low-key energy. You are quite busy in your internal world, I will say that. I feel like you're doing a lot of inner work and soul searching during August. You could also be rethinking your motivations. Maybe your motivations have changed. Maybe your why has changed. This is just one easy example off the top of my head. So please apply it to your own situation. But an example of this energy would be like if you had gotten a job because it pays well. So your motivation was money. But maybe as you've gone about your journey, money is not a strong enough motivator for you anymore. So it's like, I'm still showing up for the job. I'm still doing the job. But I realized that my motivation has changed. Now I'm prioritizing this other thing. So you're thinking about what changes do I need to make in my life, if anything, in order to honor my new motivations and my new priorities. Because if my motivations have changed and I keep doing the same things and investing my energy into the same things, sooner or later that's going to cause a deep sense of discomfort and disalignment in me. It's like you're pulling over on the side of the road to be like, let's just check the map and make sure we're still going the right way. And we all need that time to check in with ourselves and make sure, like, am I happy with what I'm doing? Am I still facing my true north? Am I remembering my why? Am I remembering what really matters to me? Am I honoring that? And if not, what do I need to change? Like, I feel like that's the energy you're in August, like reflection. What is happening to you in August? Steady progress. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities, literally. So you're doing a lot of inner work and your angels are acknowledging that. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. You have a lot of divine support. You have a lot of wisdom. Something that I'm hearing is that you have a lot of wisdom, but you don't necessarily advertise it. You have a lot of knowledge and psychic insights. Your psychic abilities are very strong, but it's not like you're out there telling everybody your truth or telling your knowledge to everybody. But if people seek it out from you, if people ask you for the knowledge, then you will share it. It's kind of like you'll only share it with someone if you know they're on the same wavelength as you, if you know they're really going to understand. You are giving the vibe of like a mentor or a teacher who doesn't seek out students, but lets the students find them. That's the vibe that you're giving me. So you definitely have a lot of wisdom. And it does seem like in the month of August, someone is going to be approaching you and seeking you out because they want to talk about spirituality. They want to talk about the non-physical realms. They're ready to hear your insights. Let's pull some astro cards. This is Virgo energy, by the way, and we do have the sun moving into Virgo on the 22nd. It could be the 23rd if you're in the Eastern Hemisphere. But when the sun enters Virgo, Virgo season could be a significant time for you. Also, okay, steady progress, like the initials are SP. And SP is often used as an acronym for specific person. No, acronym's not the right. Is that the right? No, that's not what an acronym is. Yes, it is. Fuck. I can't remember. But anyway, SP is used to refer to specific person, I think, like in manifestation communities. So maybe you are manifesting your SP, or the person who's dreaming about you is your specific person, or the person approaching you to talk about spirituality, which that feels very exciting if that's the case. I'm also seeing, I can't tell if it's a grasshopper or a praying mantis. There's like a blurry visual of that kind of insect in my mind. What's going on for my group number 3s? Okay, you know what I was getting confused with? I think acronym is that. Like, USA is an acronym for United States of America. What I was getting confused with was acrostic poem, which is like when you write a word and then each letter of the word is like a line of the poem. Yeah. I don't know why my brain confused acronym and acrostic poem, but maybe someone is a poet or someone's writing a poem about you. What's going on for my group number 3s? In the month of August, we have inheritance. Saturn in Scorpio, that could be significant. Something happening in your 8th house. If you are familiar with your birth chart, there's maybe something transiting through your 8th house during the month of August. Obviously the moon will be transiting at some point, but maybe a bigger planetary event is happening in your 8th house. You are inheriting something, whether that is, knowledge. You're inheriting knowledge. There was a similar message in another group of someone just giving you things for free. And I feel like this message could apply to you as well, group number 3. It feels like someone gifting you something that will enhance your knowledge. So someone could be gifting you textbooks. Like they kind of want to get it off their hands, but it would really benefit you. Like, oh, you're studying this language? Like I have a bunch of textbooks because I was going to study that language and then I gave up and I'm never going to use them. So you could just have all my textbooks. Or like someone is giving you the password to their online portal so you can take a course and they already paid for it so you can do it for free. Someone's hooking you up with knowledge. You could be gaining access to some ancient wisdom, ancient teachings, ancient knowledge. This is being passed down to you by ancestors or passed down to you from spirits who are no longer incarnate, who want you to have this knowledge. The fact that this is in the sign of Scorpio, it does feel like something kind of occult or hidden. Apparently, I want to take another one of these, so let's do that. And we have revenge, 2 Scorpio energies. So Scorpio is significant. 8th house energy. The number 8's coming out twice. You're getting revenge on someone just by growing. I'm looking at how much bigger this person is and how small this person is. So this is like someone who hurt you, someone who betrayed you, someone who messed up their chance with you. You parted ways, you grew, they stayed the same. So you don't have to like go and get back at them in any way. You just need to keep growing. And I'm hearing that's gonna piss them off, but I don't know if you might not even care. You might be very past that, but seems like someone is kicking themselves for messing up their relationship with you or their chance with you. You're growing, you're leveling up, and someone's taking that personally. Also, revenge. I feel like this card came up in a reading recently and I was talking about this. When we say revenge in Japanese, like literally the English word ribenji, when you say it in Japanese, it has more of a feeling of like, I'm gonna try again and this time I'm gonna succeed. This time I'm gonna make it happen. It's like going back and redeeming yourself. So this knowledge and wisdom that you're inheriting could help you to manifest something or achieve a goal that you had previously, quote unquote, failed at, or something you had been struggling with for a long time. Now that you have this knowledge, you are going to get revenge, so to speak. You're gonna redeem yourself by giving yourself another chance to manifest it, and it's gonna work this time. There may also be a very satisfying moment for you. Okay, this is kind of a specific message. A very satisfying moment where an authority figure tried to embarrass you by like schooling you and putting you in your place, but then it turns out that you were right and they were wrong, and now they look like an ass in front of everybody because they were trying to be like, haha, like, know your place, I'm the authority figure and you're wrong, like you don't know what you're talking about. And then upon fact checking, lo and behold, you were right, and now they look foolish. And you didn't even have to say anything. You didn't even have to argue with them. Like, the truth just spoke for itself. You're like just quietly getting revenge, passively. You don't even have to engage with the situation. The truth just comes out and you are redeemed. We have Saturn. So Saturn energy coming out twice, Scorpio energy coming out twice. Drop a comment if you are Saturn and Scorpio, because that would make sense that we have you in this group. Discipline, structure, responsibility, Saturday, Capricorn, restriction, obstacles, trials, hard work, self-discipline, integrity, and patience. If I'm not mistaken, Saturn is currently retrograding. It's going to be for a while, but for the whole month of August, Saturn is retrograding, and you may be rethinking the ways in which you discipline yourself. That's funny. I was literally just writing in my journal about that this morning, that I feel like humans have gravely mistaken what discipline is supposed to be and its purpose, and authority figures, like we were just talking about, often take advantage of this concept of discipline. Like, I'm just disciplining you, like doing this for your own good. And really what they mean is, I'm beating you into submission, or I'm trying to make you fit into this designated box that I want you to be in. I'm trying to mold you how I want you to be, and that's discipline. No, it's not. True discipline requires taking the time to know someone and to know their natural gifts and the trajectory that their soul has chosen. And true discipline is when you guide someone to reach their unique potential and their soul's unique path. It's an act of love to guide them, to provide structure to them, to hold them accountable, make sure they follow through with what they say they're gonna do, so that they can fulfill their purpose. True discipline requires honoring that person's unique path and that soul's unique journey. Otherwise, you're just exerting like a power trip over them and trying to beat them into submission to your agenda. That is not discipline. So, like, someone is getting their karma for misusing the concept of discipline with you, I think. And you, in your own relationship with yourself, you could be rethinking how you discipline yourself and doing so in a way that is more loving towards you and honoring your true path. This, you know, this card was talking about you remembering love in your daily activities, your thoughts, feelings, and actions coming from love. That's how you truly build yourself up. And I feel like there's no discipline without love. Otherwise, that's not discipline, that's something else. Anyway, let's get into your tea leaf cards. This is going to be the last part of the general overview. We have Shark, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. We have December. I'm thinking something about end of year calculations. Like you might want to go back to bank statements or paychecks from a previous year or previous period. Make sure that you received everything you were supposed to receive. We also have Fly, a period of ill health and depression. There may be some things that slipped through the cracks in a period where you were going through it, I'm hearing. This could have been last year or like a few months ago. There's a period where you were going through it and some things slipped through the cracks. And if you go back and revisit, somehow this is gonna bring money to you. I'm trying to think of an example. Like maybe you received some checks and then you were going through it and you forgot to cash them and they're just sitting there and you could forget about them and never get that money. Or like you have, it could even be something smaller, like you have a gift card that's gonna expire and you forgot about it and now you're in a better place and you can think about these things. Like there's some money sitting for you if you go back. And I saw 2222 while I was talking about that. All right, so we're gonna get into specific areas of your life now. So I'm going to pull one tarot card and one oracle card each for your love life and relationships, your career and studies, and your spiritual and personal growth. Group number 3's love life and relationships. The full moon could be a significant time for you because we have like the 8th, the 9th. The full moon this month is on the 9th and it's happening in the sign of Aquarius, which is ruled by Saturn. And Mars is changing signs on the 7th. I'm just looking because we have Mars here. So like, I feel like the 7th, 8th, 9th of August are important dates for you. Group number 3's love life and relationships, career and studies, spiritual and personal growth. And then we're gonna do the same thing for oracle cards. Love life and relationships, career and studies, spiritual and personal growth. We have 2 coming out. Okay, so the messages for your love life and relationships. Your tarot card is the Five of Pentacles. And your oracle card is grounding. So this is interesting because this has like earth energy in it. It's related to the sign of Taurus. And then grounding, obviously, it feels earthy. So something is manifesting in your physical experience with regards to love and relationships in the month of August. And it's just interesting to think that this reading started with that message of like people dreaming about each other. It started giving the vibe of like a psychic connection, a bond that is shared in the non-physical realms. So to have this Taurus energy here and to have this grounding energy here, there is going to be a physical encounter with someone you have been dreaming about, or someone you feel a soul connection to, like a connection in the 5D. And interesting that this is a 5, maybe that's talking about the 5D. The letter G could be significant, or the numbers 5 or 7. Life path 5, life path 7. This encounter is gonna leave you wanting more. Like it's not enough, because the Five of Pentacles talks about lack. And look, it won't be the last one. This is just one encounter of many. And this isn't to say that it won't make you happy, but it's like if you were starving and you just got a few bites of the most delicious food you've ever tasted, and then your plate got taken away. And you're like, what? No, I need more. That's how you're gonna feel. It leaves you wanting. That's what I'm picking up from the lack energy of this Five of Pentacles. So like, this would be like you're dreaming about your person, or you feel a really, really strong soul connection to someone. Maybe you don't even know who it is yet. Like you don't have to know who this person is in order to feel the connection, but you are going to have a 3D physical encounter with them. But for some reason, the way it's coming through is that like, it's maybe short, like it's not as long as you would have hoped it to be, or you don't get to go as deep with them as you would have wanted in your interaction. Maybe you do get a chance to talk, but you don't get around to saying the thing that you really wanted to say. Like there's a feeling of something that was left unfulfilled, and it makes you want more. And I'm hearing that this is by design, because this was never supposed to be the last encounter. This was just supposed to be the first of many. And like, if you feel like you want more, of course you do, because there is more in the future. That's why you want it. You're supposed to follow that wanting, because it's going to lead you somewhere. Your desires in general are very by design, because you're aligned with your soul's true purpose, and any desires that arise from that place as a direct result must be divinely guided. So you're gonna want to have this encounter again and again and again, and like want it to last longer, want to have more closeness, want things to go deeper. You're craving more for that 3D relationship that you just got a taste of. But this is so exciting, because it's proof that whatever you've been dreaming about, or whatever you've been feeling in the non-physical realms, is like manifesting in the physical. It can and it does exist, and it will exist. It will continue to exist. You know, imagine the realization of like, you've been dreaming about this soulmate, and then you're like, oh my God, they're real. Like they're a real human right in front of me. and I just met them. What? It's kind of mind-boggling, but like, I only got a chance to, I don't know, briefly talk to them, or we just locked eyes. Like, it's not enough. It is not enough. But that wanting for more is very by design. Okay. For your career and studies, for your tarot card, we have the Magician. Okay. You're manifesting a lot in August. You're manifesting this encounter, and you're manifesting something big in your career or in your academic journey. Things are going exactly as you planned. The Magician is a sign as well that you are highly intelligent. So if you have any exams or evaluations coming up, you're going to do very, very well. Also, if you have any sort of presentation, that's going to go very well. And anything where you have to convince someone of your idea. So like if you're in a debate, the Magician says you're gonna win the debate. If you are in sales and like you're trying to win over a customer, you are gonna succeed in that. You have an energy that is very persuasive and convincing. People believe what you're saying. People are buying what you're selling. You could gain a lot of abundance by sharing your ideas. And we have Passion. This card came out for group 2, I think, in a different place, but this is a common card with group number 2. I don't know if you felt drawn to that group, but it was there. And I love to see this in your career and study section, because that literally means that you are going to be feeling very passionate about what you're doing, passionate about what you're working on, who you're working with, who you are serving, the collective you're serving, the material that you are studying. You're also channeling your knowledge. It's a combination of things that you have studied in the physical realm and also things that you are just straight up channeling from the divine. There may be points where you kind of go off script and you're just channeling wisdom. I'm seeing someone giving a presentation and like at first they were following their script, but then new ideas start coming and they just start talking about that. Or even an excellent example of this is tarot readings, because you might pull a tarot card and you start by talking about what the card means, but then as you're talking, you just start channeling stuff that has nothing to do with the quote unquote textbook meaning of the card. You're just channeling straight from the source, and you don't necessarily need the visual aid anymore. You don't need the divination tool anymore, because you're going straight to the source. So there's that feeling like, oh, I don't need my notes. I'm just gonna wing it. I don't need my cue cards. I don't need the sheet music. That's another example that's coming to my mind. I don't need the sheet music. I'm just gonna play it by memory. And oh, I'm doing this a bit differently than how I practice it, because I'm just riding this wave now and I'm just channeling. Like, you're really getting into the flow and impressing people. And for those of you who are like presenting something or getting your point across, this could even be in like a job interview. You are very convincing. Your words are very convincing. And you're getting the outcome you want, because the Magician can manifest anything. So like if you have a dream job, a dream opportunity, it's coming. You're manifesting it, plain and simple. Okay, and then finally, your cards for spiritual and personal growth. Your tarot card is the Chariot. We were talking about how the number 7 could be significant before, right? 5 and 7, and Chariot is the number 7. And then for your Oracle cards, ooh, we have safe travel. Every single group today has got a message about travel, which is kind of cool. But yeah, Chariot is a literal vehicle. And then there's a card about travel. So you could be going on a road trip, or I just heard going on a drive, which I guess that's also travel, but going on a drive feels like you're just cruising. Maybe you're going on a drive with a special someone, or something about a car. I don't know. Chariot makes me think of cars sometimes, like someone's picking you up in their car. Maybe your specific person is picking you up in their car, or you're picking them up in your car, or like you're driving somewhere together. Maybe you meet them in transit, you know, like on a train, on a plane, in a station, something like that. And then we have success. The Chariot, safe travel and success. You could be going through some significant healing or growth through travel. Something that's coming through for some of you is that you could be overcoming a fear involving travel. So like maybe you were feeling uneasy about going on a solo trip, and in August you do that for the first time. Or maybe you have a fear of airplanes and like you're flying somewhere for the first time and you're not scared. Or maybe this is like astral travel. You've been afraid to do that and you're successfully doing that. There's something about overcoming a fear involving travel, or I don't know. You could be going on a business trip. You could also be traveling to attend an event that makes you kind of scared or nervous. Like maybe there is some sort of conference or some sort of, like you're in a contest. I'm thinking of like when I was a kid, I was in the spelling bee, and then I went to the regional spelling bee. And so you like get in the car and you drive to the other town, or like I drove to another town to take an exam that was like really hard and I was nervous. So you could be traveling for some kind of opportunity, or traveling for some sort of evaluation or exam or contest, like going to another city, and you're nervous about it and it's like out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're going to another city for like an audition or a tryout of something. And honestly, if you have the time, because I know sometimes we don't have time, but I feel like you could make a really fun experience out of it. Like if you had this one thing that makes you nervous on one day, but then maybe you spend a couple days in that place before or after and just like vacation or sightsee, do something enjoyable. We do have success here, so whatever this is, like, and you have the Magician and you have the Chariot, like you're gonna get the outcome that you want. And so there's a healing and growth that is happening through you going out of your comfort zone and succeeding, or like going out of your comfort zone and having an amazing time and having fun. And it's this realization of like, my fears are really full of crap. Like, I cannot be letting these fears hold me back, because I could have just easily been like, no, I'm not gonna go, it's too far. And I could have used that as an excuse, when really it's just that I'm scared to go. I could have easily just been like, it's too far, it's too much of a hassle, and bypassed the fact that I was really just like nervous or scared. I could have let my fears win like that, but instead I said, let's go and have fun, and whatever happens, happens. And then something really amazing happened. So venturing out of your usual environment will lead to rewards, and especially like going to try for some opportunity or going to try to win something in another city is gonna benefit you. You're gonna be successful. That's an interesting message, but it really is about overcoming fear and realizing that the biggest thing standing in your way is yourself. And this is kind of badass, because I feel like you're in a more retreating kind of energy in August. And I just felt called to say, like, the one time you step out of your house and you're kicking ass. Like, the one time you step out of your house and it's to win a spelling bee, or like it's to give your award-winning speech in front of 300 people. Like, you're making big moves, and it's just crazy, like, to think there exists a timeline where I just let my fears get the better of me and never did this. That's wild. Like, you're remembering who the F you are. You're the magician. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Somebody please tell them who the F I is. That's you this month. And also the letter S could be significant. We have like safe travel, success. But yeah, I think those are all the messages for my group number 2s. So thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and of course a wonderful month of August. I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm gonna have linked down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch exclusive full-length pick a card readings. You can watch extendeds of the readings we do here on YouTube. You can watch both. It's a great time over there. I will have that link down below. And my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video. That is an original song. And I'm just realizing one of the lyrics in that song is, "My only way to see you is to dream you." And is that not very reminiscent of sweet dreams? Every night I rush to my bed with hopes that maybe I'll get a chance to see you. My only way to see you is to dream you, but not anymore. It's not just a dream. Babe, wake up. I'm a real human in the 3D. We don't have to do this dream stuff anymore. Okay. I got very sidetracked, but anyway, all that stuff is linked down below. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really, really appreciate having you here, and I'm sending so much love to you, your higher self, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, and all of your loved ones, both here on Earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.